What's up, everybody? Hey, YouTube. This is from the Bay. I hope everyone's feeling well, doing well, especially coming off yet another incredible Final Four where so many people were fixated on watching women's college basketball, probably for the first time, men and women. Um, the talent level across the sport has been insane. And this is why the WNBA needs to not only get not one more team, but two more teams in the league because, man, like I said, the talent level that is going to either be graduating or leaving after 3 years going forward is going to be nuts. I mean, even next week's WNBA draft, it's going to be fantastic. I mean, even entering the second round, I don't even think there's going to be much of a drop off. There's not going to be much of a drop off in the WNBA. It's just going to be huge. So I can't wait to see how that turns out. And Dawn Staley. Let's just talk about her. I mean, what she has done from Temple to now South Carolina is such a huge thing. I always knew she was a winner ever since I was a little girl and I watched her play as a baller for Virginia. But when she took the South Carolina job, I knew she was going to be a winner and she was going to potentially win a national championship at that time someday. But to see where she is now, she has so much potential over the next several more years to go to more Final Fours, win national championships. Because just like Pat Summitt before her, players enjoy playing for her because of not only what she does for them on the court, but as well as off the court. She turns girls into women, and there is just a fire in her. There's a joy in playing for Dawn Staley. Hell, if I had a daughter, and again, I am a huge Lady Vols fan through and through, but if I had a daughter that had talent out of her mind and she wanted to play for a coach like that, like Dawn Staley, I'll say go ahead. Because of what she does is, I mean, just what she does is phenomenal. And those young women respond to her. And if you honestly look at all of her national championship teams where she has had the big girl be the focal point, the leader of those teams, Asia Wilson, Aaliyah Boston, and now Camila Cardosa. I mean, that's very Pat Summitt. Y'all know how Pat Summitt used to be when it came to her star players. Bridget Gordon, Shamika Holsclaw, Candace Parker later. I mean, all of those players were like big girls, okay? 6 foot and above. And there was a leadership quality in all of those players that propelled the Lady Vols to win all of those championships. And I just look at how Dawn Staley plays, well, not plays, but how she coaches, and it's just phenomenal. It really is. And she's only lost one game in the last 2 years. Like, come on. I mean, she's probably going to get another pay raise, another bonus, as she should. And again, recruits are going to be kicking down the door to try to play for this woman. And even the recruits that are used to scoring 25 and 30 points a game in high school, a lot of those players are willing to take the collective step back if they are able to win under her. And that says so much about her coaching. So, again, shout outs to her and her Lady Gamecocks. Now on to the Lady Vols. Kim Caldwell is now the coach of the Lady Vols. She was hired on Sunday. Danny White, the university, welcomed her to the facility, to the campus, and let her take in the ambiance of Lady Vols allure. Looking at the championship banners, the tournament championships, the retired jerseys, Pat Summitt's banner of her 1,000+ wins. Here's what I like thus far about her is that almost like Dawn Staley, you can tell she is a one-on-one type of player coach, and that there is going to be something special where she's going to have potentially that respect and from the player, and they're gonna buy in. I feel like that when she met with the remaining team, a lot of them bought in. The body language wasn't off, in my opinion. I saw it in their smiles, how they were talking to her. She even said, "Look, I'm opening the floor to any concerns. What you need to do in the off season to get better, I'm here." And hey, when you hear a coach opens that window for the teams to really just open up that door, um, that's huge in my opinion. And plus, regardless of what you might think, she's not gonna have that pressure that Holly Warlick and Kelly Harper had to deal with being in a very emotional situation of being a once player turned coach and trying to live up to Pat Summitt. She can create her own lane now, being that she has no connectivity to the university, Pat Summitt. She can create her own lane, and that is what I like. Also, another thing that I seen in some of the game clips and even the games that were airing for the Sun Belt on television was she coaches a very high octane offense where scoring is pivotal, it's key, and with a conference like ours that has to deal with South Carolina, LSU, Texas A&M, Mississippi State, Missouri, Ole Miss, and then you have Texas and Oklahoma joining, points is going to be very, very important and critical. No, you cannot lose sight of playing defense because, hey, defense at the end of the day wins championships. I mean, if we saw anything, how Dawn Staley's girls played up Iowa, especially Caitlin Clark, in that second half. Yeah, Caitlin Clark got 30, but she had to work super hard to get that 30 points. She was like 5 of 20 in the second half. At the end of the day, defense does win championships. But I like that she is a coach that is just straight out the gate on an IQ level. I feel like offense is going to be very, very high on the agenda. But now here's the other part. And I'm coming for myself in this too, so don't think I'm attacking any Lady Vols fan. But we have got to give her that grace period. We have got to give her the grace period in year one. See how she operates, because she's only coached against one SEC team, and that was Florida last year when her Marshall team played them, and they won. So we have to be able to allow that grace period. Her being the new coach of the Tennessee Lady Vols, that's huge. She knew when she signed that contract that, hey, you're going to coach for Tennessee. There's 8 national championships. There's multiple Final Fours. Um, there is a semblance of excellence here, and we want to get back to where that used to be at. And we have to allow her to go through the motions in year one. Take it game by game. Even if we might end up losing a few games that's like, like hard to take, we have got to give her that grace period. We have to. Um, my biggest thing for her is like get us back to the winning ways, winning spirit, build up the confidence level for a lot of these young women, and see where it leads us, see where it takes us. If it gets us to 30 wins, great. If it gets us to 25 wins, great. But we gotta be able to give her that grace period to learn the conference, to learn to coach on a huge national stage, and be able to, like I said, take it all in. And I feel like from just what she has done at Marshall and from what I've seen today, I feel like she is ready for the challenge. And some people brought up her 88 game winning percentage. Look, y'all, I am a realist. So, do I think she's going to keep that, being that she's going to be a coach for the SEC? Probably not. Again, there are going to be games where she's probably going to lose, and we just have to be able to take that in strides, okay? But getting this team back to its winning ways, coaching these girls up, being a teacher on and off the court, and finding the main ingredients to ensure that we're back on a national respectability level. Because let's be real, the respect level that we used to have is pretty much all gone. We barely made the tournament, y'all. Regardless of what, a lot of way more diehard Lady Vols fans might have to say, we barely made the tournament this year. A lot of people within the media, if you listen to how they talked about us or have talked about us the last, 5 years, they don't want us there. They think we're an embarrassment in a way. So if she can build back that joy, that excitement, what Tennessee used to bring, along with the winning, I will be happy with that in year one. I will be happy with that in year one. And also, um, I'll be looking forward to seeing what she does, because we do have some open holes that is going to need filling um, in the off season. So hopefully she will look at transfer portal, potentially get some of her own players from Marshall to swing over, or even players from other schools around the country that wants to come and play. Um, Again, I know that the young lady that played in the McDonald's All-American game, who was supposed to go to Clemson, she had decommitted. I hope maybe she can talk to her and see if she wants to come. That would be awesome. But yeah, this roster does need some filling out, especially in what Renika Jackson is about to or has left behind in terms of her scoring acumen. We're gonna need scorers in more ways than one. And also the young ladies that are still gonna be on the team, they're gonna have to improve in the off season. Okay. So we'll see how this goes. But again, I'm giving her a chance, a grace period, as well as buying it. She seems like a promising hire, and we'll see where this takes us and her, and Yeah. Um, she also, before I go, somebody brought up her contract that if she wins like a national championship, she's gonna see a huge bump in her annual salary, which typically what happens in a lot of instances in college basketball and even football, where if you win a national championship, your annual salary is going to go through the roof. But again, it's year one for her. Would it be awesome? I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I mean, if she won in year one, I would, I would be ecstatic, over the moon. But again, I'm gonna be realistic. I'm gonna stay even keel with her, and I'm just gonna let her do her thing in year one and see where it goes. Okay, so let's let's be patient, and let's see what she brings to Lady Vols Nation. Okay, but congratulations overall to Kim Caldwell, and welcome to the family. Alrighty, so that's all what I got. Rate, comment, subscribe. If anything goes down that is remotely like interesting, you'll hear it from me. And I'll talk to you all later. Peace.